Why did this virgin queen and abbess think that her death was God's divine will? If we look closely enough, we can see what she's guilty of right here in this picture. This beauty here is Aethelthryth, and she was a queen who was born around 636 in Britain. She was one of the daughters of King Anna of East Anglia. Now, her and her family were devout Christians, but these were really uncertain times to be a Christian in Britain, and there are plenty of pagan Christians still existing in Britain. Now, she was married twice for political purposes, and her first husband was Tonbert. He was a local chieftain, and after this she married a guy called Aethelthryth, who goes on to become king of Northumbria. He's the one who makes her a queen. So according to this guy, this is Bede, he writes about Aethelthryth's life. Apparently she remained a virgin throughout both marriages. So obviously at this time, chastity is a sign of true devotion to the faith. Now, Aethelthryth marries her second husband underneath this kind of idea that she's going to remain a virgin. And he agrees for about 12 years, and then he gets frustrated with this. He wants an heir. But Aethelthryth persists. She does not want to have a traditional marriage, and eventually she's released from her marriage and becomes a nun. In the year 673, she returns to Ely, where she owns land, and she founds a monastery for monks and nuns. As her best, she was known for her piety, her wisdom. So why is it that at her end of her life, she thinks that God is punishing her? Let's talk location, because location is key. So we know that she gets a mass on her neck. Some people have suggested it might have been a cancer. Some people might have suggested it was something a bit like this. This is a bubo, which you get with bubonic plague. By the way, Lauren-Jane, medical doctor. Now, whatever she had, the location is what's important. Remember this picture? Well, one of the things that Aethelthryth just could not part with in her life as abbess was some of her worldly treasures. Remember, she came from kind of wealth. She'd been queen of Northumbria, and she really loved necklaces. She loved gold necklaces, pearl necklaces. And even as abbess, she really hadn't wanted to part with them. Now think about where the location of this mass is. And she really believed at the end of her life that God had judged her and found her wanting. And I think that's really sad. Let me know in the comments what you think about Aethelthryth. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel and some of my longer videos, please do so. And as always, wherever you are in the world, have a great day.